The 1985 Liberty $half belongs to the Kendeey $half series, a coin that was first struck in 1964 to honor the memory of President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. These coins quickly became a symbol of American history and patriotism, and their popularity has kept them in production for decades. By 1985, the Kendeey $half was already a well-established piece in circulation. But what makes coins from this year particularly interesting is their mintage numbers, condition variations, and the historical context in which they were produced. The Philadelphia and Denver mints both struck millions of these coins in 1985. The Philadelphia mint coins do not carry a mint mark, while the Denver coins bear the letter D. In addition to these, the San Francisco Mint produced special proof versions for collectors, often in limited quantities and with superior finishes. These proof coins stand out because of their mirror-like surfaces and sharp details, which naturally makes them more desirable among numismatists today. Historically speaking, the mid-1980s were a period when the $half was no longer widely used in everyday commerce. Most Americans rarely saw them in circulation, meaning that many 1985 examples remained in bankrolls, collector sets, or safe storage rather than being worn down through heavy use. This is an important factor because coins that survived in mint or near mint condition now attract significant interest on the market. Collectors are particularly keen on coins with high grades, certified by professional grading services. A 1985 Kendeey $half in circulated condition might not command a large premium, but those in pristine condition with a high grade can sell for surprising amounts. Proof versions with cameo or deep cameo contrast are even more valuable, as they are rarer and exhibit the highest quality strike possible for this series. Another important element to consider is error coins. Throughout the years, mistakes during minting such as off-center strikes, double dies, or planchette errors have made certain coins from the 1985 series much more sought after. These unique errors can multiply the value of an otherwise common $half many times over, and they are often listed on auction sites for prices that would surprise the average person. Now, when it comes to actual value, this is where things get exciting. Online platforms like eBay show that 1985 Liberty $half can sell anywhere from just a few dollars for circulated examples, up to hundreds of dollars for high-grade or proof versions. Auction houses have also recorded notable sales where rare variants or error coins brought in even higher bids. The fluctuation depends heavily on condition, grading, and uniqueness, but one thing is clear: there is real money in this coin. If you happen to have the right one. So if you are wondering whether that old $half you have tucked away in a drawer is worth anything. In 1985, the Liberty $half stood as part of the Kendeey $half series, which began in 1964 following the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. While many people think of it as just another modern coin, the 1985 $half actually carries a fascinating place in the larger history of American coinage. The coin itself is composed primarily of copper and nickel, as silver had been removed from circulation $half after 1970. Despite that, collectors and coin enthusiasts continue to view these coins as a direct link to the legacy of the Kennedy era, symbolizing a time when the United States was experiencing both change and challenge. What makes the 1985 $half stand out in history is not only its connection to Kennedy's memory, but also its role in an era when the $half was gradually falling out of regular circulation. By the mid-1980s, the $half was rarely seen in daily transactions. Most Americans preferred smaller denominations, and the $half became more of a collector's coin rather than a coin used at cash registers. This change gives the 1985 issue a unique historical character. Coins that were minted but not widely circulated often survive in better condition, making them more attractive to collectors today. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced the 1985 Liberty $half, while the San Francisco Mint struck proof versions for collectors. Each mint mark adds a small layer of interest, as some mintages are lower than others. The proof coins especially hold historical value, since they were specifically designed for numismatists, featuring mirror-like surfaces and sharp details. that highlight the artistry of the design. The design itself has remained iconic since 1964. On the obverse is the powerful profile of President John F. Kennedy, created just months after his passing by Chief Engraver Gilroy Roberts. The reverse carries the heraldic eagle designed by Frank Gasparro, a bold representation of strength and patriotism. Even in 1985, decades after its introduction, the design resonated strongly with Americans, symbolizing national unity and remembrance. Economically, the 1980s was a time when inflation and currency shifts were reshaping how people viewed money. While a $half once held significant purchasing power, by 1985 it was rarely used, further fueling the coin shift toward being a collectible. For coin dealers and collectors, this presented an opportunity to preserve coins in mint state, many of which survived untouched in rolls, sets or bank vaults. The historical context also links to international coinage trends. Around the world, many countries were moving away from large denominations circulating coins in favor of smaller, more practical currency. The United States experience with the $half mirrors this broader global pattern, giving the 1985 $half additional importance as part of monetary evolution.